it's your old pal Slim, and this is 70mm, a podcast for movie lovers just like you. Disclaimer at the top of the show, we are not experts, but we do love watching movies. With me each and every episode is my close friend and artist, Danny Haas.
Hello.
And our close friend and vampire insider, Proto.
Hi.
Every movie that we cover is connected to a theme for that month, and this time it's BIGELOWBER. We're covering the filmography of the master herself, Kathryn Bigelow. You can use the chapters in your podcast app to skip to our main discussion from 1987 and Kathryn Bigelow, Near Dark. We are rocking the vote on our Patreon, patreon.com/70mm. We are allowing our dear community to choose the theme for November. This is what the people want. It's our last live recorded month of the year, and it's down to two options. One option, November.
Okay.
I feel like this is maybe one of Danny's ideas. This is one of Danny's brainchilds.
November.
We're only going to cover new releases. Could be November new releases. Could be this year's new releases that we haven't covered yet.
Oh.
Good point.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff out in November.
Could
folks.
we even do New to Us?
You said nude to us.
Both.
Nude to us.
Nude to us.
This is like that bit in Super Troopers where they said
Nude
meow.
November.
Nude-vember. Anyway, November is one of the options. There's only two options. The other one is Win-vember. We just need a win so bad. Please, out there, we need a win so bad. My head's down like I'm Chris Pratt on IG.
Praying.
We need a win. It's been real tough for our community with the movies that we've selected, so the hosts get to choose whatever they want for the month of November. Proto, where do you sit with these two options? How are you feeling?
I think we could get wins either way with either of these options. But I love freedom. I've said it my whole career on this show. So, if Win-vember wins, that would be fantastic. I'd love to pick a movie. I've got a whole list of movies that I've been dying to do on this show. So many movies I want to do on the show, but I can't. It's like I'm a rat in a cage. So we got these themes that we must abide by. Slim's picking two movies every month, barely get one in, So like if I could just pick one, if I could just have the freedom to pick one movie that I want to watch, just one movie this whole year, please, God, if anyone can hear me, just let me pick one movie for the show.
Well, what is it?
He's got such a big list. He can't reveal any of them right now. He's keeping them so close to his vest. First of all, this propaganda out there that I'm just picking all these movies for the show. This is classic propaganda behavior. Okay, I won't stand for it.
What if I agree with Proto?
I won't stand. I won't sit for it either. So those are the two options, Danny. Which of those two excite you the most?
Win-vember. I think Win-vember.
You guys are trying to sway the vote.
Well,
sounds like
we have our platform. So I'm going to use it. There are a few movies that come to mind that I would like to pick for this show that I'm tired of not covering, that haven't really fit in any themes we've done. So it's like, yeah, we need a W. I got some W's in my back pocket.
Oh,
okay.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to tease a dub?
W's.
Tease a dub. Like, let's say just a random movie if Win-vember or November gets picked.
If Win-vember hits, on my list is Spider-Man 2.
Oh. This is not just a movie about sex, it's a movie about love.
Spider-Man 2 if Win-vember wins the vote.
It's an option. It's an option.
It's just an option. Just an option.
It's in my back pocket.
Confirmed option.
Oh gosh. Okay, that's pretty big. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, November is huge too. There's a lot of new releases that we've been itching to cover. I think I wrote some of them down in our DMs. I mean, if I can find, I don't even, how far do I have to scroll back to find some of these? I think I was getting yelled at by lightly suggesting some movies if November wins.
I
lightly suggested.
You had it planned.
I want to apologize for trying to spotlight this director. This non-white director, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Okay, I have to use my own platform to choose a movie directed by a non-white, and I want to apologize for that. So, I mean, November could be Guillermo's time on 70mm.
Yeah, it's the only movie he's ever done that we can pick for the show.
Should we cover it, Proto, if November wins?
Love to cover it.
I mean, we're talking about Oscar Isaac. Mm-hmm. We're talking about
Jacob Elordi.
All
8 foot of this man.
The monster himself. Gosh, I mean, we all saw Nightmare Alley.
Yeah.
GDT, he hasn't lost a step. Yeah. And I can guarantee he's not losing a step now. This has banger written all over it, folks. I'm ready.
Guaranteed.
I mean, I'll be there. I'll be there day one on Netflix, push and play. Okay, either way.
And day 2 and day 3 as you fold laundry.
Yeah,
you'll be watching.
This is prime laundry folding material.
Mm-hmm. So we have the link to vote is on our Patreon, patreon.com/70mm. It's an unlocked post. Actually, I don't know if it's unlocked. It's for free and paid members, so it's pretty easy for you to vote.
$4.
There's a link somewhere on there. Rock the vote for November's theme. But just a reminder, this month is BIGELOWBER. We're covering Near Dark, the bottom of the hour, Catherine Bigelow, and most of the cast of the movie Aliens in this movie. Did you know that Lost Boys came out the same year?
Yeah, bodied this movie.
Absolutely bodied.
Bodied.
Talk about your all-time backfires. Danny, what did you watch this week that you want to talk about? Anything exciting?
Yeah, I watched one movie that's exciting that we can talk about. And it was one of those ones I was checking off my Borny, a journey that we had started in the Discord. Movies that came out the year we were born that I haven't seen. And I watched Dario Argento's Tenebrae from 1982. I had an absolute blast with this film. Novelist Peter Neal writes a book about a razor blade slasher in Paris or London or somewhere. And it's just brutal killings, a whodunit, if you will. Had a great time watching this one. It's like borderline silly, but really gross killings. There was a moment when a man got the heel of a stiletto down his throat. He deserved it. So I had a great time watching this film. It was a lot of fun. I haven't really checked off a lot of Argento's. When I click back, I think I've only seen Suspiria. But Inferno has always called my name with this poster.
Great
so I think I might fire up Inferno next for this Halloween season. That or Deep Red with the baby hanging by a noose. Haven't decided. But I would love to do more Argentos because the man loves the color red for blood. And I, too, love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want a good little slasher, Tenebrae is for you.
I have seen a few of these. I've seen Inferno. I've seen Deep Red. I think Deep Red is one of my higher rated Darios. I mean, outside of Suspiria, obviously, one of the
I want to rewatch Suspiria too.
All-time greats. Phenomena. Another one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what did I give Phenomena? Young Jennifer Connelly in that movie.
Hello. Wait, what?
Yeah. I can't believe that wasn't the first thing you jumped to watch. Can't believe
Where am I looking? Oh, wait, you said
Phenomena. 1985.
She's kind of young. I don't know if I should be very excited about that.
Streaming everywhere. Shudder, the Roku channel, Pluto TV, Tubi TV, AMC plus Amazon, and the rest.
You gave it 2.5 stars.
Yeah, I didn't like it very much. Dario, I mean, I love Suspiria.
Yeah.
What else can I say about Dario Argento? Love Suspiria.
That's it. That's all you got to say.
You know, some of these Giallo movies, they're just thrown together. They're just thrown together. You know
what I didn't understand watching this was the ADR for it.
Ugh.
They're speaking English, and it's still ADR'd.
No, I don't think in Italy they had audio equipment to record. Like it didn't make it overseas.
Wait, are you being serious?
In the 80s. There's no way to record audio.
Yeah, they did everything.
That's only
ADR.
what I can get. That's only what I can gather from watching Dario Argento movies.
There were moments where I'm like, is my video off sync because her mouth is moving, but the ADR is not lined up, and I realized it was just the Argento movie.
Anna Ghoul in chat. Italian movies were mostly shot without sound in the 70s. IIRC. Once again, I'm at the forefront of Italian cinema knowledge.
Yeah. No, I always come to you when I need my
I know.
Italian cinema.
I know. I also want to talk to you about Bigfoot, but maybe we'll get into that in the uncut. Not sure if the main feed is prepared for Bigfoot.
You know what? I bought tickets today for a movie. I'm going tomorrow. It's senior skip day with my daughter. So I'm taking my daughter. We are going to an IMAX 3D screening of Tron Ares. Sick and tired of these negative reviews coming through. These absolute losers who have no love for this franchise, trying to get their clicks with these negative ass reviews.
Really?
Get out of my face.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Okay. Gonna go enjoy a movie in 3D. The first 3D movies since Tron Legacy that I've seen.
What about Avatar?
Did I see that in 3D?
Way of Water, you didn't see that in 3D? Did that come out 20 years ago?
I don't think
When
so.
did that come out?
My God.
You had to have seen Avatar
Did
Way
I?
of Water in 3D. Stop it.
How do you know what I had to have done?
Listen, you're using your
Why wouldn't
platform
you?
to talk about Tron Ares. That's fine.
Yeah, don't drag me down.
Wait, so you're seeing this tomorrow?
Hell yes.
Wow. So we get a review. We get a Tron Ares review tomorrow.
Can we guesstimate the
Exciting.
ratings from Danny on Tron Ares? I'm going to say 5 stars.
He has a reputation to uphold. I mean, Tron and Jared Leto, like he has to defend
Yeah,
both.
and Greta Lee.
his love.
Right. He's got to stand
And
on
Gillian
his
Anderson.
pedestal. His
And Nine
bully,
Inch Nails.
his bully pulpit. I listened to the 9 Inch Nails score for
It's not
this
great.
movie. It's not the best 9 Inch Nails I've ever
But
heard. A little
maybe
bit
it's
of a
better
letdown.
put to film.
I saw a video on Threads recently. Actually, did you know that Threads now has more active users than Twitter?
What does that mean?
More people are actively using Threads than Twitter. That's besides the point. I saw a video of I guess they did the red carpet for Tron Ares,
Yeah.
and
Was it Jared fighting the bot?
Elon Musk's robot, Tesla robot, was there doing karate in front of Jared Leto, and Jared Leto is wearing his vampire cloak over him with his blouse collar popping out. It was one of the most surreal videos you could possibly see.
Who's more robotic, the robot or Jared Leto?
I don't know, but it was very strange. So if anyone wants to, it's the robot does moves towards Jared, and then Jared opens his cloak and is ready to do something.
Oh.
And all these photographers and press people are grinning this is the hottest shit I've ever seen. There it is. What is going on? This might be one of the saddest videos I've seen in the last 10 years. It's over, people. It's over. All right, we got to move on. I'm sorry, dragging us down. Stephen and Tyler
Who?
became patrons this week. Got access to our Discord and more specifically our longer uncut episodes, sometimes running 2 hours long. So if you're listening to this and it's an hour long episode of the main feed, you're not even going to believe what we get into in the post show. in the second half.
Yeah.
You thought Elon Musk and Jared Leto was it? No, there's plenty more.
I've got a huge chicken update.
Oh my God.
We provide updates on the chicken that we eat.
Industry.
Fast food chicken, top 3 chickens.
Excuse me.
We'll get into it.
Jennifer Connelly.
Proto, what about you? What did you watch?
I followed in Danny's footsteps from last week. He watched My Best Friend as a Vampire.
Oh yeah, I saw you log that.
Yeah, I logged it as well. Mostly because it came out in 1987. So I am also on my Borny journey.
You're born 87?
Yeah.
It's sick.
I thought you were like 45.
So I'm trying to finish this before the end of the year. And I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
So I put this on. It's a cute little movie. It's fine. 3 stars. I think that my favorite gag in it is the branded cans of pig's blood that they have.
Yeah.
They're sipping on. That's pretty funny.
Bottled.
Yeah, it's a cute little movie. I feel like more people should watch this, honestly, in Halloween. It's nice.
Were the vampires better represented in that or Near Dark?
We'll get into it. We'll do a compare and contrast soon enough.
Don't you dare reveal your opinion yet.
I tried.
To this
I tried to get him.
Don't you dare.
My son Theo, he's like hankering for Halloween stuff, movies. He's like, Dad, let's watch. Can I watch Halloween? Can I watch Scream?
Oh my God.
No, you're too young, too innocent. But I remembered Werewolf by Night from a few years ago. Wow, that's 3 years ago that came out. That seems crazy. Giacchino. So we watched that again. He wanted to watch it in color, so we watched the colored version. I don't think it's as good as the black and white. It
kind of banger.
Yeah, some of the sets just like they look worse in color, unfortunately. But I feel like this, I think it's only 50 minutes long. It's so great for like a little story, a little Halloween vibe. I love a little hour-long story. I think this should be more of a thing. We don't need 2 hours. No. We don't need 500 million 2-hour long.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's do smaller pictures.
When is Giacchino coming on to the show? I'll ask the question. When's he coming on?
We can make some moves. You want
Michael,
it?
What's
Would you
going
really
on,
want him?
Sure.
We can cover Up.
Oh.
A goated score.
Winvember with Michael Giacchino and Up.
Jesus Christ.
The other thing we started watching, because he's begging, I thought, maybe I can watch Stranger Things with him.
Hello.
Because I thought, this is a family-friendly show, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Not, I guess not.
It's dark.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark.
I think it's like PG-13. And we made it 5 or 6 episodes, and he was loving it. But then Jenna was in the other room, and there was the scene between Steve and the girl. I can't remember her name. And I went out to the other room for a minute, and I don't know what was said.
Alone?
But
were they heavy petting?
Jenna started yelling, "What are you watching? Who put the? Where's your father? You can now watch this. Turn this off." So that's over. That experiment's over, I think.
You left Theo out to dry.
Yeah, poor kid. So we made it halfway through season 1, and at the kibosh, Jenna put her foot down.
Proto walks in. Yeah, what are you watching in here?
Who would have thought? I mean, it's full of children in this show, but it's not for children. Oh well.
Heavy petting.
Caramba.
But that's it for me. That's all I watched.
Okay.
Slim?
Real quick, I watched. I opened up the old Criterion app.
Oh,
Criterion
inspired.
Channel app. Criterion app. And they have this horror section that I was clicking through, and I remember that they were talking about what lies beneath.
Oh yeah,
Robert Zemeckis,
Oh.
one of the original goats. Some have said. But Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford are the stars of these movies. This movie. I remember the poster. I think the poster I remember from working at West Coast Video. Yeah, this was the year 2000. Let me pull up the IMDb description. because don't read the letterbox one. The wife of university research scientist believes that her Lakeside, Vermont home is haunted by a ghost or that she is losing her mind. And I mean, I just remember like vaguely this was like a supernatural thriller. So I fired this bad boy up, and let me tell you something. Michelle Pfeiffer is an absolute knockout in this film. I think she was like 42 when this movie came out. I mean, that's like my age. Michelle Pfeiffer married to Harrison Ford, living on a lake. And it starts out kind of like a Rear Window vibe.
Oh, really?
Like she's looking at neighbors and thinks something's going on, but then it gets a little bit supernatural. I had fun. A little long, but I mean, you have Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford working together at the height of their powers in the year 2000 with the master Robert Zemeckis. I know it's popular to rag on Robert Zemeckis these days.
Why?
Very popular to rag on him.
Why?
His last 15 movies.
Revisionists.
Last 10 movies. But I mean, he's got some amazing films. Contact. Castaway. Forrest Gump. Death Becomes Her. Back to the Future 1 and 2. Roger Rabbit. I mean, I don't need to say anymore.
Yeah. Legend.
So if you have a Criterion app and you're looking for something spooky, I recommend it. I gave it a big shiny heart on Letterboxd. I did kind of tune out in the last half hour, but and then we also watched Creepshow. Amanda's, hankering to watch some horror movies. Which is a classic. Ted Danson, Leslie Nielsen. Proto, have you seen Creepshow?
No.
You need to see Leslie Nielsen's fit in Creepshow.
Do I?
Yeah, it's out of control. Let me see if I can find his sweater that he wears in this. Oh, here we go. Hold the phone.
Oh, this is a comedy horror? Okay. Oh, all right.
It's on fire. Yeah, it's based on the comic book, so there's like a few different stories. One of those anthologies.
Okay, that's good. Is it kid friendly?
I'm texting Jenna right now. I need her on the case immediately. All right, I think it's time to continue Bigelower. 1987, episode 285 in a series. Catherine Bigelow. I think this is maybe her follow-up to Loveless. And
this is her second film.
What's it all about?
Caleb is an Oklahoma farm boy who meets May. Nice girl at first, but gives him a bite on his neck and runs away. Weird, right? Next thing Caleb knows, he's burning up in the sun. Suddenly, across the horizon, a Winnebago appears and scoops Caleb out of the dusty fields before he bursts in the flames. What's going on? But what's inside the Winnebago may be far worse. A ragtag group of night crawlers who feed on the blood of others. And if Caleb wants to survive, he will need to learn their ways and adopt them. Unless he can be cured of his new condition. Near Dark.
Near Dark. And we mentioned at the top of the show, for those that skipped ahead, but same year as The Lost Boys. Did we ever do Lost Boys?
No.
Man, we need to.
That's on my other Winvember.
Oh, there you go, folks.
Short
If you want Lost Boys potentially covered, there it is. So my memories of Near Dark, over the last couple of years is just hearing that it was a cult classic, cult movie, cult horror movie, dud in theaters, but reclaimed, by folks that, spend a lot of money on Blu-rays, etc.
Okay.
In love with it. So I watched it, I think a few years ago. Not bad. And that's where I am right now. Also, I mean, with apologies, everyone, this movie was like, I think you had to watch it on YouTube. You can't even buy this.
No.
Physically, digitally. Otherwise, go to your library. Maybe they have it. Danny, what's your history?
Either of you look up why?
I mean, it's Halloween. It's been streaming before. I don't know why it's October for.
Oh, it has been streaming before.
Yeah, it's been on Shudder, I think, or Criterion.
I have no history with this. I think I've only ever seen the poster, and I assumed it was way more gory and more horror leaning than it actually is. So I wouldn't have taken a chance on it until probably more recently in my life of watching horror films. But I think the poster actually is a bit misleading. To be honest, from what we saw. We'll get into it in a few seconds. But yeah. No, I have no history with this.
Katie in chat referencing the YouTube version. Quote, the YouTube quality is so shit ass.
Oh my God.
PG-13 language tonight.
That's that Florida mouth.
You're only allowed one S word in a PG-13 podcast. Pro?
So this movie does not have Kiefer Sutherland in it because it is not Lost Boys. And having not seen either of them, I think I confused the two. I think there's the backdrop photo of Near Dark of the silhouettes of them like coming over the hill, like being backlit.
Yeah.
And is there like
Very
a shot of that in Lost Boys too?
It's them hanging from the
probably.
bridge, I think, is like that silhouetted shot.
Yeah, so I could have sworn that was Kiefer Sutherland silhouette. Like positive. Yeah, and I started watching a YouTube cut of this, and it's like in 280p. I was about to DM you guys like we have to pull an audible right now. This is not going to work. Like the pixelation on this one of the links on YouTube is just a disaster. But there's a few on there, and some are better than others. So we made it work. But yeah, no history for me with Near Dark. I don't think I even knew about this movie until Letterboxd.
Yeah, that makes sense. It feels like one of those Letterboxd movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
About Tangerine Dream doing the music.
Tangerine Dream carrying this film on their back.
And funnily enough, I thought this was one of like my least favorite Tangerine Dreams scores.
That just shows you how great this movie is.
Let's see where to start with Near Dark. So this is Catherine Bigelow. This is BIGELOWBER, folks. We mentioned at the top of the show, the master herself. After Loveless, she gets to do Near Dark. And then, I mean, her career, we haven't really talked about her career, but she does Near Dark, a flop job. Then I think Blue Steel after this is like her first studio gig with Jamie Lee Curtis, and then does Point Break. And that just kind of opens up everything. I think that was like a big hit. And then does Strange Days. And she, like I was trying to see, she does Strange Days in 1995. She does a Sean Penn movie 5 years later. And then she does K-19 The Widowmaker. I didn't realize that she directed that movie until like 2 weeks ago. Harrison Ford plays like a Russian submarine pilot.
Mm-hmm.
What? And then she does The Hurt Locker, 2008. That's when everything changed.
Everything.
Did you know she was the first woman to ever win Best Director?
I did.
Wow.
I think that's why we picked her for this month.
Yeah. That was a rhetorical question for people listening.
Proto just found out.
Gosh, the early 2000s were huge for sub movies. Do you guys remember U571?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh my God.
I need to watch K-19 just to figure out like why is Harrison Ford
Subvember. We just audible now.
Subvember. I'm seeing our audience metrics plummet during Subvember. Everyone typing Das Boot finally, but no.
Oh my God,
we would know. But knowing me, we would do everything but Das Boot, and then just to get people like angry that we didn't do Das Boot. Danny, what's the top of your list for Near Dark? This vampire western ?
Yeah, I guess my first kind of point is kind of what I hinted at with the poster. I expected this to be real capital H horror with the Bill Paxton poster that we have of him bloodied up and half burnt off, looking like a zombie in a quote unquote vampire movie. But this is pretty tame for what it kind of is. I was kind of shocked by the vibe of it. I didn't get I guess if I hadn't heard the like Western horror or Western vampire movie, I would have probably thought of it a little different coming into it. But I guess I was kind of thrown by the vibe of this film. It was kind of not all over the place, but I really wasn't sure if they didn't want to commit fully into like a vampire story or if they didn't want to fully commit into a Western. Everything felt kind of like half committal, even with like the telling of the vampire stuff. Like I didn't understand, like the burning up in the sun, the drinking of the blood transfusion itself, how it kind of cures them. It was like it was like barely understanding a vampire story, but then it felt like maybe trying to revisionist history on vampires. I don't know. I don't know. I was just kind of thrown by the vibe of this film, the storytelling. I don't know. That was kind of like my first kind of point. I honestly expected a horror film, like a legit gore fest with that poster.
I can see this becoming like, I think it didn't make any money at the box office, but it found life on tape and, eventually like rental and DVD and TV. And I feel like watching this now, it's like, I want to say it's like hard to like remember how big, I think we said it before, but like how big that impact of like being able to rent a movie and like a movie having a second life on rental and video stores and stuff. Because this feels like a movie, like if you miss this in theaters and you're going to the video store and you rent this and take it home, you're not sure what to expect. I can imagine like people discovering it that way and falling in love with it. Like, this is a weird vampire movie. It's like really low key.
Yeah.
It's just this dude and this ragtag group of vampires. They're not even really called vampires ever.
Right. Are they even vampires?
And it's just like, the stakes are just like this girl wants to like, go out on a night with this boy and then all hell breaks loose. I don't know. It's just fascinating in my head to like look back at how movies become revered as cult classics, and like the pathway for that happening today is totally different. I don't know. Proto, what did you think of the vibe?
Yeah, it is funny how at no point do they say vampire at all. And it seemed like they were actively trying to avoid making any reference to that purposefully, as the movie goes on. Because there's a point where they're like together. I mean, at one point, it seems like they've been together for maybe like a day and a half. And Caleb like says to May, like what's going on? Like, why? What are you guys like? So it makes me think that like this is some alternate universe where vampires don't exist because he has no idea, or he's like a complete moron. Like he's not.
If he's a farm boy and he doesn't read like comics or watch movies, like what is his relationship to vampire, like mainstream vampires?
I mean, I think anybody in the 80s has heard of Dracula. Like, are you serious?
Slim.
Like
you read Dracula in school. You don't remember reading Dracula in school?
But I mean, come on. Like everyone knows what a vampire is, and he's completely clueless. So I kind of feel like it's very intentional. But then I don't know. To me, it feels kind of strange to do that. But I could see like you saying that, I could see someone being like, oh, this is so cool where it's like vampires, but it's not because they don't say it, and it's almost like this new twist on vampires. So I guess there's something there. And it's funny, Danny, you saying of just like you had the sense that it'd be like horror more so. I don't know if I was expecting more horror, but I did think it was funny that the movie I kept thinking of while watching this was Tremors. Like, I feel like it has more in common with like Tremors than it does like a real horror movie, which is weird.
Tremors
goated.
The dust, maybe.
Yeah, I
can see even have fangs. Like, did you see one vampire fang in this movie?
I don't remember fangs. But you're right. Like in 1987 or 88, watching this and taking it home to watch probably felt like really fresh. Like they're not outwardly like vampires in a big way. They don't call it out every 3 seconds. It's just like these vagrant drifters. in a van driving across the country. Most of the movie, I was just thinking to myself, like, are these the dumbest vampires in history? Like, how are you guys not millionaires? Like, you guys, and this is probably
nothing.
like growing up with so many different vampire movies. I'm like, if you guys are living this long, how do you not rob banks in different states?
Yeah.
How do you not have a cache of like gold bullion somewhere and you're living like kings? They're still like living town to town,
Homeless.
dirty as hell. I don't know. That was like one of the main things I just kept thinking about watching this movie.
And they're living in a desert. Like there's not even cloud coverage. Like, can we go somewhere a little bit more
It's
murky?
less sunny. So I don't burst into flames and die. Even when they're covered.
Yeah.
They can catch on
that stuff
fire.
was cool. Like, I like the idea of like pseudo vampirism, but they're just like running outside with like a blanket on themselves to like protect them. Like, that is like an alternate reality, like vampire stuff that is like, okay, this is kind of cool and different. But also like, what's his face? Bill Paxton, when they're in the hotel or the bungalow, and someone's knocking on the door and he opens the blinds and he's like, and he gets burned. He's like, sunlight. I'm like, have you ever heard of a watch? Put a watch on your wrist so that you know when it's sunlight outside. If sunlight kills you, I would be wearing 10 different watches
You
at all
think
times.
they'd live for hundreds of years, that they have checks and balances by now on how
Yes.
to look out a window. They're telling that it's daylight.
These guys never graduated high school, and it shows.
Well, one was a Confederate soldier, so we know he was an idiot. Absolute loser fighting for the Confederate Army with his Confederate flag chair or the flag sewn into the back of his jacket. Get out of here, you loser. No, how did he survive this long?
The idea that they can drive cars in daylight is like so wild. He's wearing like hazmat suit over his body to drive the car in daylight. Oh my God, it was cracking me up. Proto.
Fucking desert.
Oh my God. Oh, we're uncovering a lot here. I really couldn't get over it, like how this movie starts and this whole period of Caleb like fumbling through becoming a vampire and like not sure of what's going on. And this, it follows kind of like the vampire formula pretty well. Someone gets bit, they turn, then they have to they're kind of discovering what has happened to them. Like, I'm all on board with that. But there's like that sequence of him like going out with them like driving into like this town at night in like a train station, and then him being like, I'm going back home, and then going to a bus station, trying to, get a couple dollars to get on the bus, gets on the bus, gets off the bus, somehow gets back to the Winnebago, and it's still nighttime. He still has no idea what's going on. This goes on for like a half hour. And it's such a weird structure for this movie. It's like we as the viewer know like what's happening, but they spend a half hour for the character to try to discover what's happening. And he doesn't really ever get there. The movie ends with him. I don't think he really knew what even happened to him. And they're trying to like build this relationship between these two characters as this is going on. But I'm just like not buying any of this relation. Like, is there a relationship between these two? It's so weird and awkward. I thought like the whole movie that they somehow like fall in love or like are into each other. But like, why? Mm-hmm. Like you met each other for like a half hour and now it's like till death do us part with these two for some reason.
Literally.
How does he even get back to them after that bus ride? How long was he on the bus for? And then he just walks back? Like the time that I also didn't understand like the timeline of events for that one. Like, how did he even find them again?
It had to be a 5 minute. He was on the bus for like 5 minutes.
One stop.
Yeah. I mean, the relationship between the two, like I like the first like whatever 10, 15 minutes of this movie. It does feel like probably, if this was a comic book in 10 years ago, this would be the hottest Image comic book that has ever been released. Like if this was
Robert Kirkman.
pre-saga, oh my God, like this girl, the vampire bites this guy. Like that starting of the movie, like is cool. Like I like that. And they don't even really talk about her being a vampire until like she's just like horny for his neck. But yeah, the May relationship with Caleb is strange. Maybe because like some of the vampire stuff is just also strange and like different than mainstream vampire stuff too. I mean, the transfusion stuff is wild. Like
Absolutely wild.
That you could de-vampire with a blood transfusion. How much blood needs to be transfused for that to happen?
All of it.
But like this guy's not a doctor, right?
He's a vet. Wasn't he working on a vet at the very beginning of the film?
Coming from?
Him?
Yeah, I assumed it was his blood.
It's his blood.
But wait,
none of it makes.
It's like, hold on a second. Wait, so if you are injected with human blood, you aren't a vampire anymore? So what's happening when they all drink blood?
Right, they're drinking human blood.
What is happening that is different when they transfuse the blood?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Whoa.
That is, I don't know. We might have to end the show after that question. I think we might have just broke something
talk about anything else
that cannot be closed. I don't know.
Right, because he goes off on her wrist. And shouldn't that have cured him? Or no, she's a vampire.
Having blood injected into you is different than you sucking down in that respect. One thing I remember when I first watched this was the like explanation of turning into a vampire. I feel like I've asked this question maybe on a Tom Cruise retrospective podcast, but like you get bit,
right?
So like what makes you a vampire versus you just dying? And it's like the vampire feeding you their blood, and then you become a full vampire when you kill someone and then suck their blood. Is that how it works?
This you just get bit and you turn.
But he wasn't going to turn unless he like fed off of her blood, her vampire blood.
Well, he needed blood. He needed blood, period.
Well, no, he gets bit by her, and then while he's walking back home, he starts burning up in the sun.
Yeah, he turns.
But then Lance was talking about like he's not going to turn. He's a waste.
No, Lance needed him to prove to them that he's a vampire by killing someone, that he could do it.
I thought it was like part of the
just to be part of their fucking club.
But I mean, if he didn't turn, if he was turning, wouldn't have, the transfusion wouldn't have worked. Like if he had
it did work because remember when that cop was shaking him down and he smells the blood on his hand.
One of the weirdest bandages in history. That guy was using just gauze to wrap his hand.
Yeah, so that's when he realized he needed the blood, and then the blood was like a drug to him. Gave him like amped up vibes after he sucked her blood.
Nursing on her wrist.
He just wanted one kiss. God, he wanted a kiss so bad from May. I mean, they'd known each other for 5 minutes. How about when he like stops the truck when she's freaking out trying to get home before the sun comes up?
Oh my God.
He takes the key out of the ignition, puts it in his shirt. You get arrested for doing that today.
Yeah.
Caleb. That's jail time.
What was she thinking? Again, another moment of like...
Well, she's a vampire.
Yeah, but she's like, you're going to go out in a truck with this guy, and if you're caught out in the daylight, you're going to burn up. Like, is this the best plan for you right now? I mean, I guess it kind of worked out. But.
Yeah, I mean, I see it like from her perspective. If she's been living for how many X of years without like a real life, and she like sees this boy who's interested in her, she probably is just trying to grasp at like straws. Like, oh, maybe I remember what life was like, just for a little bit.
Yeah, I just think it's like you got a solid 10 hours. And if I know at like 6 a.m. I'm dead, if I'm not inside, I think I'm like, I'm structuring my night around that.
Not one of them had a watch on.
How sad was it seeing him trying to eat that candy bar and just like throwing it up because he's a vampire now and he can't eat food?
Idiot.
God,
Vampire 101, no Snickers bars.
I mean, how much was the bus ticket? $13. And he's spending it on this candy bar that he can't even eat. What a waste.
Right.
Come on, Caleb. Let's see. I mean, I've talked about a bunch already, so let's go back to Danny.
The bar scene. Let's have some fun.
I love fun.
The bar scene was so much fun when Paxton is full Paxton and he's purposefully spilling the guy's drinks. He's getting Caleb kind of punched, kind of worked up to get his first kill. Paxton's electric in this film. Like, I don't remember. I guess I don't have many Paxton films watched outside of
Tombstone.
Okay, well, now that you say
Aliens.
Aliens, Twister,
Terminator.
Tombstone, Terminator.
True Lies.
But this feels the most unhinged for him. And maybe that's, I don't know, this felt the most unhinged for me. And I just found him, I don't know. I was like captivated by watching him because I didn't know what he was going to do next. And he was like ridiculous and funny. And I don't know. I had fun watching Paxton, especially in this bar scene.
Yeah, this is a big Paxton movie. I didn't realize. So get this. His character's name is Severin.
Yeah.
Right.
Severin Films. Ever
Yeah.
heard of it? You put two and two
Is that what
together.
this is? Is that what they're named after?
I would guess so. I don't have
From
any proof,
this?
but I'm just piecing this together live on the
Confirmed.
podcast.
Slim's confirming this. Wow.
What are those things on his boots?
Spurs.
Spurs. I thought that was cool. His spur.
The
when he
hand off
passed-
of the spur.
Remember when Caleb saves them and he hands off his spur?
When he kills the bartender with the spurs.
Jeez
Slash
Louise.
something.
Enough.
Love it.
I mean, how did that one guy, that last guy who was playing pool, not just like piss his khakis when he's seeing all this and you like, oh yeah, I'm next now. I mean, that is one of the dirtiest bars. Imagine just sitting on a toilet in that bar.
You
That
have to
bar
hover.
bathroom.
You have to hover.
The
There's no
disease.
cheeks. There's no cheeks on that porcelain.
You're gonna get a Charlie horse trying to do that.
You got to bring your own like bathroom harness in there to like support yourself between the walls.
It's
so
like
you
a
touch the
sex
toilet.
swing, but for using a bathroom.
Yeah.
A shit swing.
It's like what those straps that like movers have to like put under furniture. You like connect at the two sides of the wall.
I'm gonna throw
Oh
up.
my god! I'm just trying to picture it. It's just it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, that kid, the last kid in there. I mean, this scene's like 10 minutes long of Bill Paxton
long.
killing everybody in this bar. Yeah. How is this kid not jumped out of a window?
No one runs in this film from anybody.
Seriously, I think
You're
there's.
just
I
gonna
remember
stand there.
Lance was standing in front of the door ominously for a little while. I can't remember. Was it your review, Proto? You called out the editing of this movie. Was that yours?
Yeah.
There's a one point where like they're playing, cards or whatever at the table, and the music is going, and Homer, little kid Homer, he's singing to a completely different song that's playing in like the actual movie
What was
soundtrack.
that?
I don't know what was
It was like
going
an
on. I want to
Argento
cut out
ADR moment.
any scene that Homer was singing at. It was like, this is not sync up, guys. We got to cut this out. But yeah, I think this is like, I think Anna Gould mentioned it in chat, but this is kind of like the scene that most people will call out for Near Dark, for sure. The bar scene. I mean, how about him Lance using the beer glass for the blood, then popping it on that table?
That bartender, like, they kill the waitress, and the bartender's like, all right, guys,
Enough.
it's time to go.
Take this outside.
like, no one's freaking out at this point.
Yeah. Ugh.
I kind of got called out in the Discord chat about I'm sorry, I was just watching the Eagles get demolished by the New York
my
Giants.
God.
for a
Are
moment.
the Eagles finished? That's what they were saying on ESPN.
Where's the cow cheese?
I'm getting called out for a logic in a movie about mythical creatures. I am willing, I'm willing to overlook things that don't make sense. I think if I'm having fun, and there's always a threshold for like how much are you going to take with things that like don't make sense. And like where that line is, I don't think, it's like arbitrary. It's like, I think it's for individual, when you're like not willing to put up with a movie's nonsense anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's like a mixture in this movie of like me not like believing the characters, like buying into the acting, buying into the story, finding things like being silly and not working. And that kind of like compounds me not buying into the things that don't make sense in this movie. And like, as the movie goes on, that like builds and builds where it's like, all right, this is like edited poorly. The story doesn't make sense. I have written down in my notes like 3 or 4 times, like, this makes no sense as I'm watching it. So by the time we get to the end where everybody's wrapped up in blankets and some people are bursting into flames, but the love interest is like in a blanket, but not bursting into flames. And then like the villains are wrapped in blankets in a station wagon and the whole station wagon blows up. I'm kind of like the agreement that I have with this movie, it's not matching up in terms of like making enough sense where I'm going to like give it a pass in these moments. And I think like there's just like too much of this movie that is like silly in that regard that I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm not giving it a pass in all these mommoments.
They're not honoring the contract that you signed with it when you hit play.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy,
Wow.
boy.
I mean, how did you guys feel about the blanket wrapping technology that sometimes works for vampires? When you could, Bill Paxton, his forearm touches sunlight and bursts into flames.
Yeah.
And then we have Caleb wrapping himself in a blanket, jumping out of a window and running 50 yards to a van and not bursting into flames.
What also didn't make sense about that is the blanket caught flames, not him.
Listen, vampirism works in mysterious ways. We don't all have a handle on how it works.
But then there's a point of like, should we? I guess that leads into like what you were talking about, Proto. Should we care this much?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes I don't care. With certain movies, if I'm having a
after
good
like
time.
10 minutes, I stopped caring about logic in this film.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Or did you stop caring at this line? Your skin is soft as a preacher's belly.
What does that mean? I missed that
was
line.
Lance.
I did
Lance
hear that
Henriksen.
line.
Why did he say that?
One of the
Some
most scandalous
Confederate
lines
nonsense.
I've ever heard.
Yeah,
in a
to the
movie.
waitress. Yeah, like what does that mean? Who wrote
preacher's
those lines?
I don't
belly?
know.
Should they be in jail?
Must have been a Confederate line that he just always kept. Let me go through my Menchies here. Let's see what else I have. Lance Goated. That was my first note.
Really?
Lance Henriksen. I love Lance Henriksen.
I don't not love Lance, but in this film,
His
goated.
body. My God. Dream body. Lance Henriksen. Dream vagrant drifter body.
It's like a scarecrow
It's
on
just,
Ozempic.
it's just cigarettes and water.
I know, and it pisses me off.
That's how you get
You
it.
can't smoke a cigarette in this day and age anymore.
No,
you can't do
canceled.
it. You need to pop a Zin in your mouth
Ew.
instead.
Grow up.
Kiss me first before I take you home. Oof. I wrote Vampire Mobile. They did have like a Vampire Mobile. How about the amount of tinfoil?
Yeah, it's a lot of tinfoil.
He wrapped that tinfoil up in like a little mini blanket. His bindle. A bindle of tinfoil. So stupid. Anna Gould, Lance, first ballot Hall of Goat. I concur. Lance has my vote. Faux show. How about Severin alluding to that they started the Chicago fires?
Chicago fire. Oh my God.
Hey, Lance Henriksen, remember those fires we started in Chicago? Enough.
That's exactly what he sounded like.
It's my Bill Paxton Severin. Drinks her blood and then they make out. That's what it's all about, folks.
Yeah.
People watching this movie, they wish they could do that. Them in front of the fog is nice. It's also the backdrop on Letterboxd, I think. Great shot. I was getting a lot of Loveless vibes from this. It's like the Boss Baby tweet.
Yeah.
But I was getting a lot of Loveless. This feels like a sequel to Loveless with the bikers.
For sure.
Mm.
Let's see. They don't wear watches, moron, as he opens the blinds. How much was that bungalow? It looked like he gave him $15 for a night in that bungalow. What a friggin' deal.
He hasn't had a client in 20 years.
Well, I mean, how does that guy make money? All these businesses out here in the desert. I don't understand, like, how do you support yourself? How many people are coming through this town?
Right.
How about the size of that sniper rifle that cop had?
Jesus.
That was bigger than he was. Absolutely insane.
They spent the whole yearly budget on that rifle.
Catherine Bigelow saw that a sniper rifle, and probably, that's why she wanted to make this war movie. She's like, wait a minute, there's something here.
Her pants got tight.
The odd editing of them celebrating in the van as they leave. Oh, they were so happy that Caleb saved their life. Caleb was one of them.
You're one of us.
I fought for the South. That line I wrote down too. I taught him everything he knew, but not everything I know. I thought that was a pretty baller line. My next line, these vampires are an effing mess.
The stench
My
of
next
that
line,
van.
Homer on fire, rest in peace, you freak. I mean, how old was he? He was older than all of them, right?
Yeah.
And he was like
500 years
wanting
old.
to like get together with the younger sister.
Right. Yeah. He needed
I
to
actually
turn
took-
her.
But
Yeah,
he's
he
like an
wanted
old
to turn her
man.
because he wanted to friend his visual age. Like
I
his-
don't know, but like, who cares? If you're an
He-
old man,
he wanted a
like you're
friend.
not gonna. I don't know.
Well,
Unless he wanted to like turn her and then eventually have an old woman in like a child's body,
right.
like he is. I guess
we can't go. But cut
The
that.
age of consent is.
I'm gonna cut
we
that
have
out.
to
I'm
cut
cutting
all
it
this.
all out. I'm gonna bleep it. It's too much.
It's too confusing.
His giant freak fingernail. Lance Henriksen had one of the freakiest fingernails I've ever seen in a movie.
Really?
It wasn't even like a cocaine fingernail. It was just like something even
Like a
grosser.
claw?
It was a very claw-like. I don't know if anyone got a screenshot of that fingernail.
You know Anna
Um,
did.
I am at 3 stars
Okay.
for Near Dark.
All right.
There's some good stuff in here. I like the low-key different vampirism stuff. I think it's fun. And I love the special effects. I always mention it, but like I love the special effects on Homer as Homer's on fire running down the street.
I mean, it looks bad, but also looks great.
Yeah, I'm like, how do they do that? I don't understand what I'm looking at. The transfusion stuff is whatever. But I had fun. Danny?
I loved the Aliens reference in the movie theater on the marquee that Aliens was playing at the local theater as like a nod to Hudson, Bishop, and Vasquez, the three
Yeah,
of them
Jeanette
in
in this
Aliens.
Vasquez is in this movie.
I know the three of them. They were like
Great.
they had just left filming Aliens, I believe, to film this, and I guess they had to get permission from Bigelow's ex-husband to be in this film at the same time, so close to it, I guess.
I guess
Or something. And that's why they'd like nod Aliens on the movie marquee and behind them in the background. Anyway, love that.
I mean, how about just like being in Aliens? I mean, Jeanette Goldstein.
Yeah.
What a freaking run. She did Aliens. Aliens was her first movie, Private Vasquez.
Really?
Near Dark, The Presidio, Miracle Mile, Lethal Weapon 2, Terminator 2, Titanic, Fear and Loathing.
Hello.
What a friggin' run.
She's still alive? She's still with us?
Is Jeanette still with us? Jeanette, do you want to come on the show with Michael Giacchino to talk about Up? I believe
65.
65 years young.
She's probably at Comic Con Houston next
Oh
weekend.
my God, she's in a Cherry Hill hotel.
A knife in the mouth. Incredible crack shot. When the cowboy, I forget his name from Heroes, their main character, Caleb, When he jumps out of the back of the station wagon with his sister, absolutely bodies her on the concrete. Did you see that? I don't know if that stunt double lived through that. When they, honestly, God, go back and watch it. When he jumps out the back window, he lands on her little body and like crushes her. It was amazing.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they get up to run away, and then Homer gets absolutely obliterated.
You sang Heroes, so I couldn't place what.
Yeah, he's
Adrian
older brother in Heroes.
was from. I just looked up his filmography. He's in Carlito's Way. He plays Frankie Tagliagucci.
Really?
Taglialucci.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
The happy ending was kind of shocking a bit, that they kind of cured their vampire-ness with the blood transfusion. They live happily ever after with their warm bodies. I also had a good time with this. I didn't hate this film. It was pretty fun. I gave it 3 stars as well.
Okay.
That's good.
I'm trying to find a photo of him as. Oh my God, is this him from Carlito's Way? I guess he was the brother on the boat, maybe, who got killed.
That's him.
Others.
That's our boy Caleb.
That is our boy. Hold on, look at this image. This is a Carlito's Way spoilers. I'm going to tag it.
Carlito's Way spoilers in chat.
Look at Sean Penn's face. One of the all-time greats.
Goated. Proto?
How about the dad just getting out there and driving around anywhere looking for his son?
Goated dad.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, you don't have a GPS.
No.
Like where are you going? What direction are you going in?
Right? How did any of this actually work?
And he finds him. He actually found him. I mean, I guess that's the power of love there.
God.
Why kill a whole bar then let the one kid run away?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know like Caleb was supposed to kill that kid, but like when Caleb fails, like the kid's running out into the desert. Aren't you going to like go after him?
Yeah.
The sun's coming up.
Throw like a rock at him or something.
They've got the tinfoil in the van. They're okay. They could at least get out there looking for the kid. Running with a blanket, lol. Yeah, the apartment scene was so weird. Like that confrontation when the dad comes into the apartment and Caleb's like, "Dad, I'm with them now." He's like, "Son, I'm going to need my daughter back." And like that whole conversation is so awkward. Can we rethink this a little bit? Why does he love her? He doesn't even know her. Caleb, you don't even know her. That's what I wish. I wish
like a true dad.
Because as I was watching this, I was thinking, all right, like so maybe they've been alive for hundreds of years. Even if like Bill Paxton's character, maybe he's alive for 50 years. You could see, and I love this as like a plot point for like a vampire movie, that like you want a companion. So like that's why you turn somebody. And that would make sense for like what May is doing. Like that would be her motive. But they don't even like, they don't even like go into that at all. They don't even like explore that idea of her needing companionship or wanting that as this vampire when it seems like such an obvious thing to go for. Instead, there's nothing. Like there's no motives. There's no reasoning. It's just like, it's all vibes, this movie. So that's a real missed opportunity there. Sorry, Catherine. I did watch, there's a commentary on YouTube of her, talking about this movie. And I like jumped around watching some of it because, that was another scene that I thought was weird at the end, where after Lance Henriksen gets the knife in his throat. So, Vasquez like throws the knife, misses Caleb, goes into Lance's throat, and she's like, "Oh crap." And then Caleb and May like run by her, and she even says like, "Go, run." And I'm like, what? Like, why would she just throw a knife at him and then want him to run away? Like, this makes no sense. And then Catherine Bigelow in the commentary is like, and this moment it shows that she she's just playing with them, she's just toying with them, and she had like so many, like the way she talked about this movie, I was like, are we watching the same movie? Like she's getting like philosophical like in all these different scenes, and it's like it's wild to hear her talk about it and like how she was thinking about these things. Because I wasn't getting the same things that she was attempting, but that's okay.
I rewound that scene with the knife too, because I didn't quite get it. And then I just realized that like she was telling them to run so that Lance could shoot them in the back, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Or the hunt could continue, I guess.
Yeah.
I had to look up a question. I found her, I guess there was a comment, not a commentary, but a Q&A on maybe one of the discs. And it was about their vision at night. And apparently there's a whole deleted scene where Caleb goes off into the desert alone to like learn his vampiric powers. And I guess he has night vision like an owl or a wolf. And he can like, they could see like animals at night, but they're weaker during the day because they don't have all their powers or something. But it's like a whole deleted scene of him learning how to see at night.
I mean, I did like how this looked filmed at night. Like, I mean, how many movies actually film at night anymore and not just like fake daylight?
Dome?
Yes. Like they'll film at daylight and they just put a filter on it and there's shadows everywhere.
Fake light. Sick. Daddy, you ever transfuse a person?
He did say daddy.
Yeah.
I
wrote it down word for word.
He did say daddy.
I'm at 2 stars.
Hello.
For this.
Okay.
Is what it is.
Is what it is.
Next week's a big one, though.
Next one is the big one for Catherine. This is the one, I mean, best picture, best director. It's changed everything. 2008, Jeremy Renner, Anthony Mackie, Evangeline Lilly, Guy Pearce. Riff Fiennes. Let's listen to the IMDb. During the Iraq War, a sergeant recently assigned to an army bomb squad is put at odds with his squad mates due to his maverick way of handling his work. We'll get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Never seen it. Streaming on Netflix for folks that have Netflix. Speaking of Netflix, Amanda asked me if I want to watch that Ed Gein show.
Oh,
you guys heard about this Ed Gein?
Some good stuff about it.
I heard some bad stuff.
Charlie Hunnam.
I noped out.
Ed
like you can watch that yourself.
Ed Gein. The killer.
Is that what I said?
Proto said Head Gein.
Ed Gein. I don't know. I don't know
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein. No, I have no idea.
I heard there's some like really incorrect movie related factoids in there.
What does that mean? What is incorrect movie related?
Like, I think the way they tell the story about how like some people that made movies about Ed Gein, like I think there's like other filmmakers that are in it as characters, and the stories that are told in the show are not true.
Oh, Rolling Stone top hit. What monster the Ed Gein story gets right and wrong?
Oh.
There you go. So The Hurt Locker 2008 streaming. We can finally talk about a movie that is readily streaming next week. Do I have anything else to say? 3.8 on Letterboxd. Part any reviews tagged 70mm pod that we want to quickly reference before we get out the door?
Did we give away a year of Letterboxd?
No, I didn't choose any reviews.
Oh shit.
But we do give out 20% off if you want to sign up for Pro or Patron. There's a link on 70mmpod.com. You can use that link to get a discount all year round.
Dustin Jackson says, leading protagonist with the personality of a potato.
Okay.
About right.
God, remember when Heroes changed the game? That was like True Detective.
Heroes changed everything.
Conrad gave Near Dark 3 stars, said, am I getting a pair of cowboy boots? So
that's a great question.
The Spurs did it for Conrad as well.
Maybe I need a pair of cowboy boots. And just wearing with my blue jeans. Are cowboy boots comfortable? I always hear like if you never wear cowboy boots, it's like not comfortable. You got to break them in. Is that true?
That's what I've heard as well. Oh, this one coming from left field. Wow, now that I have to say this username out loud, I have no idea. Heaviest hand. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart there. Heaviest hand watched Bride of Chucky, gave it 4 stars and said, I had to see the pumping for myself. Thank you, Slim.
What a callback.
Yeah.
My God.
At the meetup, we had a dinner before the movie with our small group, and I like found that clip on YouTube and I showed it to everyone at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Chucky's little
That was great.
body. I mean, dolls need love too. Little satanic dolls.
Yeah.
Such a fun movie. One day, maybe if maybe if Winvember, maybe if Winvember, pause writing, maybe if Winvember wins, I'll pick it. Pro, any closing thoughts?
Yeah, closing thoughts. You know, if you're looking for another movie to watch, and you didn't know, Near Dark actually has a twin movie. It's called Lost Boys. Also came out in 1987, starring Kiefer Sutherland. Is this streaming anywhere right now? It is not, but it is directed by Joel Schumacher.
Oh.
Before he became the Joel Schumacher for his other work, you know, the Batman movies.
Nips on bats.
All of his great pictures, another possible GOAT. So check it out if you want more of the same, I think, but maybe better. That's what I've heard. It's better.
Yeah. Lost Boys when, but for now it's the Hurt Locker. Next week we'll see everybody then. $70mm is a tape deck production featuring original artwork provided by Danny Haas. Spiritual guidance and V'ger, the robot who loves movies, provided by Pertalexis. Producer at large Dale_A. And music composed by Cinematric. Prints and other merch are available on 70mmpod.com. This episode was mixed, edited, and produced by me, Slim. Support our Patreon for access to our VHS Village Discord to talk movies with new friends, access to our exclusive episodes in the 70mm vault, discounts on merch, uncut episodes, and a physical membership card mailed to you. To check out other Tape Deck podcasts, find the link in the episode notes. And if you'd like to support our friends at Letterboxd and upgrade to Pro or Patron status, you can do so with a 20% off discount using the links on 70mmpod.com. Goodbye.
This is a Tape Deck podcast.